Our other top story tonight, we now know that no community is immune to the opiate epidemic, and the 22 News I-Team discovered that includes the healthcare community.
22 News I-Team reporter Laura Hutchinson discovered how medical facilities are responding after healthcare workers were caught showing up to work impaired.
Showing up for work intoxicated, diverting controlled substances for personal use, driving under the influence, and missing appointments. It's risky and dangerous behavior the 22 News I-Team discovered healthcare workers in our area have reportedly been involved in.
We found a list of healthcare workers that have had their licenses revoked, suspended, or voluntarily surrendered in just the last couple of years. So we requested more information to find out what led to all of these cases. Sadly, we discovered it's a problem that's impacting a number of communities right now: drug addiction.
In another case, we found a nurse was spotted throwing heroin, crack, and syringes out of her car window while on duty. Another filled 15 narcotic prescriptions written by 6 prescribers filled at 4 different pharmacies. In another, a worker removed controlled substances from a patient's medical supply in amounts that exceeded doctor's orders. It's enough to make anyone question their ability to care for others if they're struggling to care for themselves.
It is on our radar. We're always attuned to it. We are not naive in any way.
The I-Team talked to 2 of the area's largest hospitals about balancing the struggle many people face and keeping our loved ones safe. Bay State Medical Center's Bob Oldenburg.
Yes, there have been examples in those situations. The person is immediately taken out of work if there is any concern that they may be jeopardizing patient safety. They are kept out of work as long as is necessary.
He says patient safety is first and foremost. Then they evaluate their employees and, depending on the circumstances, work with those who want to get better. Mercy Medical Center's Sharon Adams told us they've recently brought in technology that makes diverting drugs harder to do and easier to detect.
We used to be the ones to count our narcotics, physically count as we were changing shift to shift. So the nurses were counting through a manual. Now we were moving narcotics through a computerized system that are linked to the patients.
Can you just go ahead and scan that?
Both hospitals point out even with the growing use of highly addictive drugs statewide, the number of employees impacted remain few and far between. And when a problem is identified, changes are made for the safety of everyone.
They may be brought back into work where they don't have any patient contact. There are a variety of ways because, of course, this is a treatable illness and it is a chronic illness.
22 News has been closely monitoring the opioid epidemic in our communities, and the state is paying attention as well. Just this week, Governor Baker launched a new campaign aimed at ending the stigma of opioid addiction. I have put a list of resources available to those struggling on our website, wwlp.com.